depressing and bleak episode of Gaijin-a-Go-Go.
Oh, I'm
Everything
gonna
is
have fun with
wrong.
the intro. I'm gonna have fun with the intro. Check this out. Hold on. We'll do it. You know, I'm gonna do the fucking Japanese ring announcer intro for everyone, and then you can be sad because of Zigglypuff.
Do it.
Let me know when we're going.
We are already going.
You think you can be countdown?
That was the start.
Oh.
Just keep this part in.
Okada from Chattanooga, Tennessee. We Diamond streamers.
I'm dead inside.
Rekona from Georgia. Oh shit. I knocked over my beer. Fucking. Yeah, fuck the intro. Let's go. What are we talking about? We're talking about WrestleKingdom today, right? With Bivins and Will Diamond.
Hello.
I legitimately knocked my beer over and fucked up my whole intro. God damn it.
WrestleKingdom fucking happened, and it was an event.
Oh, you're just mad because your favorite wrestler in the world showed up and ruined the whole show.
Yeah, he did, and it was visceral for my mind. It was horrible, but we'll get to that because we opened things up with tradition, the Rambo, and overall it was all right.
I was gonna say this is, for me, the few Wrestle Kingdoms I've watched, this was the best Rambo I've seen.
It was good, but I felt like it was very light on like antics and shenanigans.
Sure.
And it felt more like an actual, just normal Rumble match.
It needed more speed walking Kenta.
Yeah. There was a lot of weird omissions from that. Like, why was Bushi not there? Where's he at?
Seems like Bush getting punished because he ate the pin for Taka at New Year's Dash too.
There you go.
I don't know why. Why does President Tanahashi not like Bushi?
He's not handsome enough. That's the problem.
I mean,
he's running on the fucking the handsomeness platform. He's got to be more handsome.
Yeah, but he has all those fun different little masks and entrance headpieces.
Well, he's wearing a mask, so he's clearly not handsome enough for President Tanahashi's handsome regime.
Also, how bleak is it that the KOPW is what Ishimori's been relegated to now?
Is that really relegation?
Well,
yeah.
Has anyone seen the show from Nagoya, the New Beginning show?
No, not yet.
Do you mind spoilers?
Not sure. Go ahead. God damn it!
I already know about Evil.
Do you want to know the other one?
What's the other one?
Ishimori is no longer relegated to KOPW.
What the fuck? Then why'd they even have? What? Who even challenged for him?
He's a former junior heavyweight champion, isn't he?
Yeah, he's held the junior title at least once, I think twice.
So he's
and
just regained favor.
A couple runs with the junior tag belts, but they
he just regained favor. They've corrected their mistake.
Who took the KOPW from him?
Great Khan. You got to see it. It's one of the worst matches in like modern New Japan. I think it was the ring fit match where they had to do like 30 seconds of interval cardio like every 3 minutes, and the gimmick was that Okan just got blown up like really fast, and then they fucked up the finish because he didn't even pin Ishimori to win the belt. Like, the match just kind of ended, and Okan grabbed the belt like right before the bell rang, and they declared him the new champion.
I kind of refuse to believe that Great Khan had a bad match.
Great-O-Khan does not have that great of matches, honestly.
But it's in his name.
Well, this one wasn't.
Yeah.
Kratos.
Great-O-Khan's, he's got a really neat little entrance, and he saved those people, but he's just not doing it for me. And I think his only hope right now is a tag division run to revitalize him.
Full disclosure, I'm not that big a fan of Great-O-Khan. I just like the fact that he's like the spiritual successor to Killer Khan. That's it. That's as far as my fandom goes.
I like him a lot. I think, especially a couple years ago when he was first getting that big push and he was having the matches with Naito, I thought he was pretty good then. But his entire gimmick yesterday was that he was not in the shape that Ishimori was, and he got blown up because he's fat.
I don't think many people on that roster are in the shape, though, that Ishimori is.
Yeah, no one is.
Except for maybe handsome President Tanahashi.
I don't know. How about that fucking junior tag shit?
Oh, with goddamn, I want to speak to your manager, fucking TJP's haircut. Like,
his hair poking out of the fucking mask. And now he's doing a weird gimmick where, like, I guess it's now just another alter ego, kind of like a werewolf mode.
TJP sucks.
And he's basically already just straight up said, like, I'm gonna go werewolf and kill you, Francesco Akira.
TJP sucks.
And also, they got rid of the white strap belts. Fucking why?
Did they? Because I swear they walked out with white strap belts.
No, at the Battle in the Valley, TJP had the black strap.
Oh, so that was after the Dome.
Yeah.
Because their whole gimmick was, we're going to wear the white straps because we can't live up to the fucking hype of guys like Liger and all that held these belts before, so we're going to wear white straps. And I was like, you're not wrong.
I'm just not feeling another Akira and TJP tag run.
I'm not feeling anything TJP does.
Really?
Mm-mm. Never liked him. Never was big on him.
He's a decent enough wrestler, but I don't think he has much personality.
No,
and
that's why he has to wear the silly mask.
The monster thing it's something.
The monster thing was way cooler when, I don't know, Prince Devitt did it, or when fucking Muda did it. It was way cooler then. Now you just feel like you're ripping off two guys that did a thing better than you.
Not even a ripoff, because I don't know, it was just weird, and I don't even know what the fuck they're doing with that, but I guarantee you that monster thingy is going to have a wild Best of the Super Juniors run, and it's probably going to make finals.
Wishes. That is certainly a decision.
Hey, they got to push somebody.
Yeah, but him?
I mean, shit, I feel like a bunch of people are about to leave now. A lot of contracts are up, and I haven't heard about anyone re-signing.
Do you feel like this is the new rise of All Japan?
Maybe.
Well, All Japan just had a shit ton of people.
Go ahead.
Well, a bunch of people left All Japan too. Yoshitatsu's out. What is it? Did Suwama leave?
So, no, Shuji Ishikawa left and went to Noah.
I was about to say, Suwama can't fucking leave, dude. He's one of their guys.
Yeah, they had a couple guys leave on that the last show that they did with the Nakajima and Miyahara.
I love Miyahara. That dude rules.
He does.
He's like if you ordered fucking Okada from Wish. Like, he's so good though. He's so good though. And like, aren't the dudes from New Japan that are leaving, aren't they mostly juniors? If they're going to All Japan, that's almost a death sentence because All Japan has traditionally never gave a fuck about their junior division.
I know Tamatonga's deal is up, and he's gone.
Tonga's going to
Phantasmo's
the Fed.
deal's up, but is still hanging around.
Tonga's going to go to the Fed.
And honestly,
he's
I
gonna
think he's going to go to TNA.
Really? 'Cause I feel like he'd go to the Fed and get nepotism into a big spot. Just
He's
like
not
let
related
wrestling.
to anyone.
Yeah, but he's Samoan. I don't give a fuck.
So you're not buying the promo that he did where he was like, my dad left my mom to raise all those kids, and I don't want to do that to my wife.
No, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at a severe discount. That's how much I'm not buying.
I think he's going to go to TNA. And we're
That
going to get
wouldn't be the worst.
Tamatonga versus Nemeth.
I feel like he'd do well in TNA, if I'm honest. Yeah. And that's one of the few times you'll hear me put TNA over, but I feel like he'd do good over there.
I don't think he'll do well anywhere else.
Like, let him just fucking eat fucking Zigglypuff, and there you go. You've got a star.
I feel like he wouldn't want to do it, but I think he could have a really good X Division run too. Tamatonga and some scrambles would be solid.
Sure.
Oh yeah, Tonga and Saban, that'd be good.
That would be fucking good.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Ooh.
And Tama and Shelly would be a good singles too.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Also, you know what would be a criminally overlooked banger singles? Tamatonga and Frankie Kazarian.
Ooh. I like the way you think.
Give him like 15 minutes.
Tonga and Kushida would be a good match too.
Ooh, that would be a really good singles.
That would be a good like 6-month X Division title program. It would reestablish that belt as this is the workhorse belt. And it would make the belt mean something again. Especially if like Kushida had it going in, and then Tonga fucking gets it off of him.
Kushida's not going near that anytime soon. He just got pinned again.
Yeah, no, but god damn it, could you imagine? They could build that division around those two dudes.
No, I saw the vision of Vikingo, but I don't know. I think a lot of the New Japan losses are gonna be really big fumbles. Like a lot of the War Dogs deals are up too, which also apparently Drilla Dan Maloney was under New Japan contract. I don't know. That's very surprising to me. I mean, good for him. I just was very surprised.
That's really weird though. I'm sorry. I was just gonna say he started like Best of the Super Juniors last year. So if his contract is up now, then it was like an 8-month contract.
Yeah, which I don't know. Part of me could see them bumping Clark Connors up to heavyweight, but I think my prediction for Best of Super Juniors is Clark Connors beats that spooky monster.
I wouldn't have a problem with.
I was gonna say I kind of miss the days that when like the Gaijin were the dudes that weren't necessarily under written contracts, and the native borns were the ones that were under the written contracts. Like you would cycle in like American Wrestler A as the big fucking heel or whatever to go towards the junior title when it was like Liger on top or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or when it was like the guy that was on the part-time deal that was an outsider, like El Samurai, not El Samurai, but like Delphin or somebody like that. Can you tell my fucking knowledge of Japanese wrestling is mostly based in the 90s?
You're so hip and up with the times. How
I'm
do you do,
sorry,
fellow kids?
New Japan's junior division hasn't been what it was since like 1996.
It's had a lot of fluctuation. But
Well,
speaking
everybody's
of
so I was gonna
great
say because
fluctuation, how did we
everybody's
feel?
so fucking concerned with trying to move up. Like, why not be proud of being a junior heavyweight?
Mm,
Right.
I don't know. I feel like they're pushing the singles belt harder, but the tag belts are still just kind of nothing outside of what the War Dogs have done.
But the junior tag belts have always been kind of an afterthought.
Yeah, but what if they weren't though?
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but like, but they
Like
always have been.
they have enough key players to make a good tag division.
They do, but but they won't do anything with them. That's what I'm saying.
What do you think they're gonna do with Tanahashi and the TV belt?
Hopefully, build that division around him.
I mean, it's not even really a division. It's just like random fucking open challenges.
Well, yeah, but like, hopefully, just build that title scene around him because
I
he will
think
be the dude to do it.
I think it's perfect to put on Tanahashi considering he's definitely hurt and give him some little 15-minute matches.
Yeah. And then when somebody beats him for it, it makes the belt mean more.
I feel like they're probably just going to kind of do the same thing they did with Saber and just keep it on him until the Dome.
Wouldn't
don't
be the
think-
worst idea.
Unless he drops
don't
it to
think-
Jungle Man.
But, ugh.
You don't think Riddle's got a chance?
I don't want to even acknowledge that.
Oh, Kid Diddler Riddle.
Fuck Matt Riddle.
Co-signed.
Also, fuck Yuya Uemura. How you gonna beat Yoda Tsuji in his Dome singles debut? That's some fuck shit. That's supposed to be our savior.
Says you, Mr. Yoda Tsuji Mark.
So says the New Japan audience.
You know, when the news came out about Okada leaving, the way New Japan usually books is like the heel usually goes over, and then finally the babyface goes over to end the program, which I guess that's just standard booking like anywhere. But when Uemura beat Tsuji, it felt like uncharacteristic to me. Like it felt like Tsuji was going to beat him a couple times, and then maybe Dominion or the Dome next year, Uemura would get his win back. But the news about Okada leaving makes me wonder if they knew at the time there was a chance that was going to happen, and that they were positioning Uemura for something big. They were like, okay, we have to go ahead and get the Tsuji program over with so we can like get the ball rolling on something else.
I don't know. I feel like it doesn't feel like there's really any directions really laid out with Uemura yet, whereas Tsuji has already still a lot of kind of options, and it still feels very obvious that Umino's going to be the one getting that rocket strapped to his fucking back, and if he's not the new ace, I would be blown away.
Oh, absolutely. But the thing is, like, they're with Okada, I don't think they're just replacing one person. I mean, you've got Tanahashi, who at this point, like, his knees are on borrowed time, and Naito almost the same thing, and Naito's the champ. So with Okada leaving, it's like you're almost having to prep like 3 different new top guys, which I could see being, Umino, Uemura, and Tsuji.
Yeah, which, moving on to Umino and my boy Kaito Kiyomiya getting fucking battered by the House of Torture. I mean, hey, Ray Narita got a Dome win. That was sick.
How pissed do you think Kaito Kiyomiya is that Okada's leaving?
I mean, I know I am, because what the actual fuck? I truly thought this was all going to lead to, like, years from now, Kiyomiya finally getting that win in the Tokyo Dome over Okada. I thought it was going to be like the next Tanahashi in Okada. And now it's just, nope, he trucked him twice, no, 3 times basically, and then just fucked off.
It's funny that the only way Kiyomiya is going to be able to get that win back is Tanahashi absolutely calling and begging someone with the last name Khan to get Okada
There's no way he'll do it. Not unless Kiyomiya leaves Noah.
I don't think Kiyomiya is leaving.
No. Kiyomiya's not going to leave Noah. They've invested too much into him.
He might as well start wearing gold or green and fucking silver at this point.
You know, if it had been a couple months ago, I would have said that Kiyomiya should leave Noah, but everything that New Japan has done with him has also just kind of humbled him. So I don't know where you go or what you do if you're Kiyomiya, because like he's fucking fantastic, but he just gets, I don't know, just mid-carded anywhere he goes.
Yeah, and I don't understand why he's being punished like this for Noah hot-shotting him. But it's,
yeah,
I don't know. I thought for sure that this was gonna be like a big Kaito Kiyomiya Tokyo Dome victory, and that was gonna be like the best they would give him as a tag match win with Shota Umino. And then nope.
Yeah, you're just mad because you're a fucking Umino guy, though.
No, because I like Narita, and I'm glad he won in the Dome.
I like Narita.
And then it also set up Evil for a very confusing trajectory, which is even more fun.
Is anyone else surprised that the Evil main event experiment failed?
I mean, it was only like a month.
It's kind of like the law of diminishing returns.
I think if we try it again, it'll work.
Nah.
Try one more time.
Nah, I think it's time's passed. They need to get like Umino and those fucking young boys that were coming up and start making them, since Okada's leaving.
I don't know. I just don't even understand what they're doing. Like, what the fuck was the never open weight match? Like, why put the belt on Tama Tonga if you know he is leaving?
Try to convince him to stay.
No. Because they knew he was going to move to the States.
This might sound absurd, but someone like me, like, as much of a fucking big Japanese wrestling fan that I am, like, why would you ever want to leave when you have a consistent fucking gig wrestling in Japan? To me,
They don't
like,
have Waffle House.
I would stay wrestling in Japan. Like, oh, you got a fucking contract offer from the Fed. Like, cool, fuck them. I don't care. I'm staying here.
I don't know. I feel like he just knew he couldn't keep up with Evil.
That match that they had for the Never title was really good, by the way.
Yeah, because Evil had to carry him.
I'm not going to say you're wrong. I mean, Evil had his working boots on. And when Evil wants to have a good match, he will. It's just the problem is he doesn't want to most of the time. But him and Tonga, yeah, they got through it. It was good.
I don't know. I feel like everything is feeling very directionless outside of the junior belt and the global belt. Because then the tag team not unification match, because they instantly backed out on that. I don't know why they keep throwing them together then. But another fucking Gorillas of Destiny, no, the other one, versus Bishamon.
Your boys, Bishamon. That's your dudes right there.
God, and then the Nemeths. The
Those are your
Nemeths
other boys.
arrived.
Those are your other boys.
I saw the gates of hell open up and Lovecraftian horrors awaken when Yoshihashi is strutting to the ring and then the Nemeths are there. I thought I was gonna have a fucking stroke because that was just all of the worst possible moments that could ever happen out of him leaving, just wrapped into one. Because I already thought him going here is a heavy possibility, especially if he hasn't like definitively signed somewhere yet. He's probably gonna go there. And to tease right out the gate Yoshihashi and Goto, oh man, that was tough.
It's like your nightmare scenario is fucking
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler and Yoshihashi.
Bishamon versus the Nemeths was, I almost just stopped watching. But luckily, and I think it's hilarious that this is their follow-up to like a 40-minute World Tag League finish, is they go under 10 minutes in their rematch for Gorillas of Destiny to win the belts.
It was a good match, though.
It was a solid enough match, but it was very much just like, all right, here we go. Then why were the Nemeths even there if that's not what Nemeth is going to do?
It was a personal slight against you.
Probably. 'Cause it made no fucking sense. But then we had a really sick junior heavyweight match with Desperado and Takahashi. How'd y'all feel about that one?
Needed more Master Watto.
Yeah,
I concur.
but at least Desperado got a neat little dome moment.
Sure, but like needed more Master Watto.
Well, the only thing that like freaks me out about it was how they were pushing so hard that Hiromu was gonna break the record for like most junior title defenses, and then he doesn't even get super close and he just loses it. So it almost makes me feel like we're gonna get a redemption arc where he's gonna win it back relatively soon and then hold it for like 30.
I hope not.
What's your problem with biblically accurate Hiromu?
I truly hope this is his final junior heavyweight championship run. I hope he never touches that belt ever again.
Biblically accurate Hiromu at this point is being heavyweight tag team champions with Naito at the end of the year.
I wouldn't hate that.
They need to just fucking move him up to the heavyweight division. It's to the point where this last run felt so unnecessary to me. Outside of him traveling to the other promotions and beating their people, like those were all really solid matches. But there's so many potential stars waiting to be made in that junior division that can't because
Master
only
Watto.
Hiromu and Desperado are allowed to be stars.
Master Watto.
No, they shoved him way the fuck back down. Going from winning the best of the Super Juniors to just nothing. Because now he's not even in like any kind of tag team or anything.
Well, he's going to beat Sho on one of the Road to New Beginning tours coming up.
Oh, good. I hope
Ugh.
Sho gets a run with that junior belt.
I miss when the junior heavyweight title, the IWGP junior heavyweight title, was like on par with the heavyweight title. It was just because you didn't weigh enough to be the heavyweight champion. I miss those days.
Yeah, but now they have the global heavyweight champion. We have David Finlay,
Funly.
which was it was a really good match, but it was also very painfully obvious that they were going to put it on David Finlay.
Of course it was.
It's kind of hilarious that right out the gate they throw a Dolph Ziggler feud at him. Because I feel like everybody that won the WWE Championship or World Heavyweight Championship, that or a Kane feud is their immediate, all right, here's the belt, but we have nothing for you.
Well, that's exactly what they did with fucking Ziggles when he was in the Fed. Like, a new guy would show up. Oh, you're getting a feud with Dolph Ziggler straight away. So it's like the reverse version of that.
And it's so just, oof. I'm ready for it to be out of the way.
Yeah, if Uncle Helmsley was gonna take one person from New Japan, I wish it would have been David Finlay instead of Okada.
No, you hush your
No.
mouth.
He should have signed Evil.
No. Why?
And then Evil runs that warehouse ragged, and he becomes the god of NXT.
Evil in NXT would actually probably be really good.
Yeah.
Sure. But
It would be
Okada
fucking
in the Fed would
incredible.
be way better.
Imagine Evil versus Drew Gulak.
Yeah,
still
or
there?
Evil, Braun Breaker.
Evil versus Braun Breaker would actually go fucking hard.
Yeah.
All right. I see your Evil versus Braun Breaker, and I raise you Okada versus Gunther. All right.
What about Evil versus Pretty Deadly? That would be just shenanigans out the ass. It would be incredible.
Okada versus Gunther.
What about Okada versus Danielson?
Fucking
Be
been there,
cool.
done that.
Be
Got a
cool if they
t-shirt.
did that somewhere.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
What'd y'all think of this one? I thought it was the best one, but it also kind of helps that he didn't break any bones this time.
Okada and
Yeah.
Danielson this time?
Yeah.
It was match of the night for me until the main happened.
Yeah.
And I still feel like it was better than the main, but the main just had an atmosphere that was very rare.
There was a
Yeah.
better story. There was a better story for the main event than there was for this one.
Right.
It was, I don't know, the story felt very like this is sort of a once in a lifetime moment. Like the stage will never be set quite this perfectly for a while. And even if you run back these two, it won't be the same. That's why I kind of hate that they're immediately doing the rematch. But I also kind of hate that they put the belt on Naito. They really should have had Sonata retain.
I don't know, because like throughout the course of the match, I was like, man, I hope Naito fucking wins this match. But through the course of the match, I was like, yeah, but Sonata though.
I kind of felt the same way, but Sonata really won me over with
Same.
that. It was an incredible fucking main event. And then
like,
they did the roll call and Evil showed up. Cause hell yeah.
Just like, which is something coming from me is like being as big a Muta fan as I am. Like, I should have 100% backed Sonata because he's one of Muto's guys. But like, poor Naito, like he never got his fair shake as world champion.
I mean,
so I was like, man, I hope he gets it. And then midway through the match, I'm like, nah, fuck that. Let's get on the Sonata train.
I don't know. I do think this is probably going to be Naito's only run with the world title.
Do you think they'll actually let him have a fucking run with it this time and not just hold it for 2 months and then drop it?
Oh yeah, they're gonna give him something because they're gonna make this the last one. That's why I think he's gonna hold it for a while.
You think he makes it a calendar year?
He might drop it like 6 months from now and then immediately get it back, but like possibly.
It could happen if this is the very final, like, top run of Naito, because he's already been talking about retiring. Although I'm wondering if maybe he's gonna walk that shit back now that Okada's left.
He might.
Yeah.
Because that top man spot is wide the fuck open for several people.
Including Kenta, by the way. That was I know I keep going back to the New Beginning show, but did you see like what Kenta looked like?
I heard he cut his hair.
He cut his hair, he shaved his beard, and brother looks swole. He looks in the best shape that I've seen Kenta in probably throughout like the New Japan run.
So
Like,
why is
he
he
looks-
teaming up with Chase Owens?
That's a good question, but I don't know if. And he was working like he had eyes on a higher spot than what he's had.
I wouldn't hate a Kenta world title run.
I would die for a Kenta world title run. I want that so fucking bad. The potential matches are insane.
But he looked more world champion like than any time in his New Japan run, except for like the first G1 that he came back for.
Yeah,
like
he did
the
look
night
great in that.
Yeah, he looked great in night one, and then it was just a steady decline after that. But he looked really good.
I'm hopeful that we'll get some kind of Kenta push, but I feel like if anything, it's just gonna be one of the mid-card belts. I just don't feel like they like Kenta that much.
Well, it's traditional New Japan booking because remember, like back in the 90s when Hase left and then came back, they did fuck all with Hase after that, despite the fact that he was one of the top 5 best wrestlers on their fucking roster. They don't like people that came from somewhere else.
Yeah, they gotta let you know that they're better than Pro Wrestling Noah, in case that wasn't clear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, I was so excited when they started working together again, and I don't know why, because they're just doing Noah so dirty once again.
Well, I mean, they're clearly the bigger promotion, so
it don't matter. Like, throw them a couple bones. Throw
no,
them
they want their bones. They get
something.
them on their own show.
Give them something. Like, come on now. They just hate Kaito Kiyomiya so fucking much. But it's nuts because the New Japan audience loves him.
Yeah,
Which is
huge
weird.
reaction every out.
Every time.
Like I never expected a Noah guy to get that over with the New Japan folks, but he has.
Well, when they first started bringing him in, they were like, "Oh yeah, this is Noah's ace, Kaito Kiyomiya," and then he did like really good for the first 2 to 3 nights of G1, and they just snatched the rug out from under him.
Yeah, which makes sense. That tracks again with New Japan's fucking with their booking philosophy because it's always been that way. Even though fucking Inoki's dead and gone, and they've always been that way with outsiders. They'll make them look good for the first little bit they're there, and then they'll get fucking killed.
And boy, have they been just killing the fuck out of him. And I'm sorry, but if you're gonna have Noah's ace, at least feed him to, like, Naito or shit, even
Right.
David Finlay.
No.
Nah, Kiyomiya should kill Finlay if they ever had a match.
No one can kill David Finlay. He's just too tough. Have you seen that?
His
The
dad
size
could.
of that fucking shillelagh?
His dad could.
That shillelagh will knock you right the fuck out. Because if there's
Well,
one thing the Bullet Club War Dogs do best, it's win belts or catch bodies.
And
Bang,
have a
bang, bang,
stupid
bang,
name.
bang, 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 woof.
And have a stupid name.
Dog.
Nah, War Dogs is sick.
No,
I just
it's
hate
not.
their entrance song.
I just hate that I hate that Bullet Club's still a thing.
Can I interest you in 2 more Bullet Clubs?
Absolutely not. Oh, wait. Maybe you can. If it's Bullet Club Sword and Shield, then yes.
No. So, I offer you the House of Torture, and I offer you the Bang
No.
Bang Scissor Gang.
Absolutely not.
The
Can we get
baddest
Bullet
3
Club
men in
Go?
professional wrestling.
Now, can we get Bullet Club Go, the cell phone game?
No, we're just gonna get a shitty ass New Japan weird card game where you can't do anything with the cards except buy them.
Right, so we're not going to get Bullet Club World on PS4?
I wish we would. Where you go
Speaking of
out and
which,
hung.
was anyone else miffed that, like, in the story mode on Fire Pro, you could not join Bullet Club?
Could you not?
No. There's
Just not
literally no
dastardly
option to
enough.
join Bullet Club. Because in the junior heavyweight story, if I remember right, Ishimori was the final boss, and in the heavyweight story, Kenny was the final boss. So you just couldn't join Bullet Club.
I don't remember what you could join other than
You could join LIJ, you could join Chaos, you could join Main Unit, and you could join Suzuki Gun.
oh, you could join Suzuki Gun?
Yeah.
Why can't you join Taguchi Japan?
Because they were Main Unit. But there's one point in the story where you could win the 6-man titles with Taguchi. Which I would purposely throw that match so I didn't have to do it.
Why?
Not because I didn't want the 6-man tag titles.
Why not? It's an honorable belt. And there's
I
2 more
wanted
of
the
them.
heavyweight title. I wanted the heavyweight title. Because Fire Pro is really hard to play in tag matches, and I didn't want a tag title.
What about a 6-man tag title, though?
So it would be like twice as hard.
6 times as hard, 6 times the
Yeah,
fun,
see?
6 times the wrestling. Never openweight
So I just
6-man
wanted the
tag
heavyweight
team
title.
championships. They're coming to a theater near you, kids.
Mm.
How do y'all feel about going, or I guess the 2024 intro into New Japan with the Dome wrapped up? We had New Year's Dash, and now we've started the end of the New Beginning tour.
I feel like they're in a good place. Minus TJP.
I'm interested to see the way that the year plays out because I think we're going to have all new winners of New Japan Cup and G1 and Tag League and maybe even Super Juniors. There's going to be a lot of shuffling going on, and I think Uemura, Tsuji, and Umino are in a lot better places, even more so than what they were like a couple months ago.
Unless they panic and just decide to give, Zack Sabre the fucking New Japan Cup again so he can lose the fucking title match. Because that seemed like that was like the default booking decision for like, 2 or 3 years running was like, fuck, we don't know who to put the New Japan Cup on. Give it to Zack Sabre so he can lose.
No, they trick me every time. Every time I thought he would win it.
Well, hey, if he wins it this year, he might have a chance.
I don't know. I feel like it's got to either be Umino or Sonata that's going to be winning G1 this year.
Sonata?
Yeah. I have a feeling they're going to run back Naito and Sonata.
Nah, I feel like it would have to be Umino. Like, you got to make your new star in the impending Okada, departure.
And that's why I definitely don't think they will.
Oh, come on.
Make-
You gotta have more faith in them than you do in Noah.
I don't
know. He
have
makes
faith in any company going into 2024, except All Japan right now. They seem to be doing real well.
All Japan, baby.
I
Greatest
have
Japanese wrestling promotion on the planet.
in TNA partially. Hard to Kill
Stop
was
it.
really good, and that first episode back of
No.
TNA era Impact was solid. It felt great to cross the line again.
Stop.
Looking forward to crossing the line habitually.
No.
But even then, we're getting a very clear long-term build of Nemeth winning the world title.
How
And
much does that hurt you?
It's tough because I honestly thought maybe it'll just be like, let's just go ahead and get it over with. And no, because that first episode, they have a promo exchange with him and Macklin. So they're obviously going to run with that for a little bit because you don't have a quick Macklin feud unless Macklin wins. So then he can go on from Macklin to most likely someone else. He's probably going to start feuding with Eddie Edwards and then Brian Myers before he gets to Moose because he has to fight his way through the system, their new trio unit, or I guess faction, because I forgot about Alicia Edwards.
This is a Japanese wrestling podcast. Why are we talking about TNA?
Because it's the greatest.
That's a funny way to pronounce All Japan Pro Wrestling.
I don't know. The whole little New Year's shows that they did in handling Charlie Dempsey was neat. Seeing Charlie Dempsey smack Tatsumi Fujinami was extremely surreal.
Has there ever been a bigger fall off between a father and son in wrestling than Fujinami and Leona?
Wait, Leona is Tatsumi Fujinami's son?
Yes, he is. He is Leona Fujinami.
What the fuck happened?
I know. That's what
I swear, that's like all these fucking second gen wrestlers. The only good one was Ray. Everyone else trash.
What about Dustin Rhodes?
The
Okay, nah,
fucking
he's cool.
Hearts.
Dustin Rhodes is neat.
The fucking Hearts.
Never heard of him. Send me some of their matches.
Fuck's sake.
Don't think I'm
What about the
familiar with
fucking
their...
Billington Bulldogs?
Oh yeah, those MLW guys.
Yeah, I would cut one of
No,
my
they're
fucking
all right.
legs off to wrestle them.
I have a feeling no one likes them because they don't stick around anywhere though.
Well, I like them and I want to fucking wrestle them. Someone fucking book that match so I can die in the ring happy. Because those kids would fucking murder me.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't gone to the warehouse yet.
Give it time.
Yeah.
As soon as Uncle Triple H realizes who they are, they'll be signed.
I don't know. Most every wrestling company is looking kind of bleak. AEW is looking all right, but
Says you. I just hate Tony
no.
Khan.
How can you hate Samoa Joe as world champion?
I don't. I just hate Tony Khan. Like, every time I see him, I just want to punch him.
I don't know what to say. Good old matches.
That's fine. But, like, I just hate that dude. Like, I hate Tony Khan. Like, how can you be born into money and then claim to be punk rock. There's literally nothing punk rock about being born into money.
I haven't heard him say anything about that. He just put on a good wrestling show.
No, he said that in one of his little stupid media scrums.
And he big dogs New Japan, and I think that's funny because New Japan deserves to get big dogged for how bad they bully Noah.
Not by that fucking geek.
Yes, and the fact that they have led so much top talent to them lately is kind of fucking crazy that they're still pursuing the whole partnership.
Oh, wait, speaking of partnership, you know the whole thing where Regal's kid went and did those shots for All Japan, right?
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
He said in an interview that he hoped him going there would be the bridge between WWE and All Japan, and I'm like, I'm fucking here for that.
I'm not. They're gonna do All Japan dirty.
I mean, of course they will. But, like, I'm still here. WWE having a working relationship with anyone, I'm here for that.
No, it's never. Anytime it's happened, it's always been a bad time.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
No,
It
back in the fucking 80s.
It destroyed the UK.
UK wrestling's overrated. At me. No, like in the 80s, like people know who the fuck Tiger Mask is because of their fucking working relationship with them. Then there was the shows they did with Tenry's promotion, SWS. People knew who the fuck SWS was because of that shit, and you got like some cool matches out of that. Like, I like the idea.
I feel like
No good.
we get cannibalized.
Yeah, no good can come from it.
It's a better idea on paper than NXT Japan.
Yeah.
I feel like the goal would still be to make NXT Japan.
That's what they're gonna try to just turn All Japan into while retaining the All Japan name. And why would you do that when All Japan's the only one of the big three that's doing good right now?
That's why you do it.
To kill them so everyone's doing bad?
No. That's why you attach your name to them, because they're doing well, and then you can elevate it somehow. Because think about it that way, you put the fucking WWE stamp on All Japan over there. Because
I don't
of the three of us, I'm the only one that's been to that country.
I don't
Anything
think
with
All
an
Japan
American
fans are watching NXT though.
Yeah, but of the three of us, I'm the only one that has been to that country. And you put an American stamp on anything over there, the Japanese public will eat it up. So it is almost a fucking coup on All Japan's part if they get that fucking stamp, the WWE stamp on it. That to them, that's almost a coup in making fucking headway in being the top of the big three, because they have American influence.
Yeah, but the All Japan fans have never wanted that. They want All Japan to be All Japan. That's why every time they try to change it, it folds. That's the whole reason Wrestle 1 existed. Because Muto didn't want to take All Japan because he wanted to do his own thing.
He also pissed off Mrs. Baba too.
Yeah. They were still gonna just give it to him.
Yeah, but his booking decision pissed off Mama Baba. That was the main thing. That was the entire reason Noah exists, is because Misawa pissed off Mama Baba.
I think it's more the other way around.
Well, whichever. Somebody was pissed off. Mama Baba was pissed off at somebody. It didn't matter who did the initial pissing.
Do you think there's any chance that we'll see Okada on New Year's Wars or whatever they call the All Japan shows at the start of the year next year if he goes to WWE?
No. He goes to the Fed, he's not coming back.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I mean, not until his contract's over, but they're not going to lend him out.
Oh no, they're not going to loan him out, but I think wherever he goes, one deal and done.
Sure.
I don't see him sticking around anywhere.
Yeah. Like, if he comes to America, he signs fucking a thing, he'll be 6 months to a year, and then he'll go back to New Japan.
Unless like the impossible happens and they actually do just push him and turn him into the biggest fucking star over here, I don't see him sticking around permanently in the US like how Nakamura seems to be.
The only way he's going to become the biggest star in the U.S. is if he goes to the Fed. AEW is not going to make him that. The Fed could.
I don't
We've
know.
already talked about this, Will.
I know, but I think they can book him like a star. They're just not going to put him. No one's going to put him in the world title. That's the thing.
The
I don't
Fed
think
would.
either company. No, the
No,
Fed
the
would
Fed would.
not give him the world title.
They're not going to give him the world title, but they would put him in that scene. It'd be the same thing with Nakamura.
Neat build up, harsh burial.
Yep. And then he gets his match with Gunther for the IC title, and he gets that and holds it for a year. You're welcome.
And then we
Tell
end
me
up
that
with
match wouldn't rule. Tell me it wouldn't rule.
I mean, yeah, it'd be cool. But
It's better than anything he'd do in AEW.
I disagree. He could be with the best friends.
For fuck's sake.
And he can finally be with his best friend Chuck Taylor again,
God
where
damn
he
it.
belongs.
No. We're trying to book good matches here.
And he can steal the Young Bucks' clothes and wear their ring gear.
Hot
It's where
take.
he belongs.
Hot take. The Young Bucks suck.
Yeah, but you hate everything.
I mean, I especially hate those dudes. They're fucking geeks.
I don't know. I think wherever Okada goes, it's gonna be. Ugh. He's not needed in any company in the U.S.
I feel like he'd make a bigger impact in the Fed than he would in AEW. It would be a bigger moment him debuting on a fucking Fed TV show than him coming back to AEW, because he's
I
already
mean, it
done
would
that.
be a bigger deal for sure, but I just don't see them actually pushing him. I feel like he's just going to be slotted in the boat that Nakamura's in. And why? Not to mention Okada working quick little 5-minute TV matches.
it's not biblically accurate Okada.
Exactly. That's not the way it was foretold in the Bible.
But this is Triple H running shit, not Vince.
Yeah, but it still hasn't changed.
It has.
No. They, in the last 2 weeks, I just saw someone tallied up the like airtime in the total of it being in-ring time versus literally anything else. And across 5 hours of TV on WWE side, it was like 31% was wrestling. Whereas at the very least, AEW was almost 60%.
Well, you got a lot of time for fucking Roman Reigns to not wrestle and stand around and talk about how good he is because he doesn't wrestle.
I know, but I just don't see them changing that entire company formula for this dude from Japan that the hardcore fans all love, but the average WWE audience member probably has no idea who the fuck Okada is.
That's why you make them care about him.
Yeah, but how can you? It's
By not
easy
booking
to
like
say
Vince.
that, but
By
how
not
do you
booking
do
like
that?
Vince. By not booking like Vince. This would be a spite hire. It's just like them fucking hiring Punk back. Fucking Triple H put his heat to bed with Punk to hire him to spite AEW. you change your shit around to get Okada to spite AEW. That's how I would do it. But,
I get where you're coming from. I also agree with Will, though, that, like, even if it is a spite hire, it's like, it's not going to. You look at the main event scene that they got now going into Mania, where it's Rock and Roman and Drew and Seth and Cody. And it's like, I don't know where you plug Okada in as like one of those pieces, because it's not going to be Okada and Rock. It's not going to be Okada. Probably
that'd
even
be good though.
Now
that you say that, fuck, that would be good.
I just can't picture any scenario where Okada is being mentioned in the same breath as the core top group of guys that they've got right now.
The Raw after Mania. You sign him, you hold him off until that, then you push him. Make the whole new year about him.
But where do you think that leaves Cody or Roman or Punk?
Well, first of all, fuck Cody and Roman.
That's who
I'm
2024
sick
is
of that.
going to be about, is
Yeah,
Cody and Punk.
Yeah.
That's going to be the main world champions on their side for this year.
Sure. And could you not imagine how, like, this dude coming in from Japan, coming in and just knocking off Roman, how big that would be?
Oh, it'd be fantastic. I just can't ever picture it happening.
Yeah,
he would immediately be the biggest star in the country. He would be the biggest star in the country, though. That's what you do. No one else in the Fed. That's the story. No one else here can beat this guy. So this motherfucker from another country showed up to beat this guy. He's immediately a megastar.
Yeah, no, it's not that it wouldn't be awesome, because it would. I think it's just like, would they have enough faith in him, and also like his English speaking? Like, I don't think it's bad, but I can't picture them as formative or as important as the 20-minute talking segments are to start Raw every week. I don't know that they would trust Okada to carry one yet.
That's true too. But like I said, though, that's why you wait until the Raw after Mania to debut the guy and make his story work up to that. So you give him time to be able to do that.
Yeah, his ass better be on Rosetta Stone right now.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, like, why does a babyface champion need to open fucking shows cutting promos?
Yeah.
All right. There it is.
McMahon, damn it.
Again, this is Triple H in charge of shit, not Vince. If it were Vince, there's not a chance in hell it would happen. With Triple H, there is. Because I feel like of all the dudes that would come over from New Japan, Okada would be the one that Triple H would have the most favor with.
Yeah.
He's the most similar to the way Triple H would work. He's the most similar to the kind of gimmick Triple H did. He's the one that Triple H has the most in common with.
Right.
Yeah, but what do I know? I'm just a fucking independent wrestler in Georgia and Tennessee.
Aren't we all?
I don't know. I still expect it to be AEW.
Well, that's more than likely what's going to happen, to the detriment of the wrestling business. But, whatever. He's at
I don't know.
the most
I was gonna say, I've got a weird feeling because he won't say where he's going, and it's like with Ospreay. I mean, they set that precedent where Ospreay signed his contract with AEW on a pay-per-view in December, and his contract wasn't even up till the end of January or February. So it seems like if it was AEW, they would be able to at least like talk about it. But he keeps saying, I don't know. You never know where I'm gonna go, and that's usually the last 10 years when somebody just cancels all their indie dates and says, no idea what the future holds, it usually means they show up in NXT.
That's fair. I don't feel like he'd go to NXT though. They'd put him right on the main roster.
God, I hope not.
I don't know.
He's
I think
probably the
y'all
best equipped.
underestimate Court Bauer.
Stop.
I think you significantly underestimate the power that is the Major League. We can get Alex Kane versus Kazuchika Okada.
That
And
match would be good.
And
It would be good, but I'm still holding out for.
and we could get Okada versus Micro Man.
I'm still holding out for Okada and Gunther. That's my match.
I
Give
want
me that
Okada
match.
and Joshua Bishop. But like actually for real though, because Joshua Bishop's the fucking sickest. But that about wraps it up for this bleak gloom and doom. Dark and depressing. Foreboding and ominous.
You're
Evil
still that
and
upset about the
menacing.
Nemeth. You're still that upset about the Nemeth brothers.
Nebulous and spooky wooky. 2024. Jake, what do they need to do?
Bring the Rainmaker.
No, there is no more rain. He has to go spread his wings so there can be a beautiful rainbow after the rain ends. Or whatever Tanahashi said.
Sure, bring rainbows.